everyone. This is Carina from BreakFearFindFreedom. Today, I want to ask you a question that you need to think about, okay? What does laundry have to do with it anyway? And then, our special guest today is Oscarin Ortega. Now, Oscarin was in the streets. He was a meth addict. He was a tweaker. And you know what? He actually didn't mind it at all but we'll let Oscar tell you about it. Hello, Oscar. How are you today?
What's going on, world?
What's going on with you?
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Please tell us a bit about Oscar. Like, how did you start those early years? Like, just maybe 2 minutes.
It's a lot, but I'll try to keep it simple. And I'm not a good storyteller, but I'll do my best. I grew up in the city where we were. I was surrounded by family, friends, and my neighbors looked like me, and we celebrated culture and all that good stuff. It was beautiful. But amongst that, my parents worked a lot, and so we, as kids, had a lot of freedom to do things that we shouldn't be doing. So we ended up, or I ended up following the wrong crowd and ended up making decisions that I should not have at a very, very young age. So at a very young age, I became an addict. And so with not having self-control, not, being empowered by this drug and people around this drug, I got really influenced in a very negative way that got me in trouble a lot. So at some point, I ended up in the streets. I ended up incarcerated. I ended up alone. I lost everything and everybody around me. And so you can imagine that I came from a pain. There was a lot of pain within me. So I came from that space. And so I became a father later to a beautiful girl. And so I had to learn how to love, how to kind of reinvent myself. Well, not really reinvent myself, but really how to get a fresh start, right? How to the word in the streets is I had to go back to basics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just kind of do like a whole fresh start. So I hit the restart button. I learned about mental health, trauma, and over the years, I really got embedded myself into workshops, surrounded myself with people that knew the language, that showed me the language, took the time to really help me educate myself about the power of history, identity, street life, all that good stuff that really kind of molded me to who I am today. So super grateful for that journey. And now I started this organization called Lived Experiences with the idea that I could use that education, that journey to help others ease that suffering and hopefully, minimize the pain that people are going through right now, right? Which is the same pain and same journey that I grew up within. So, and so maybe to answer your question, how do I get here to where I was at? It's, it's kind of weird to say, but it's almost like it's easy for someone like me to say, hey, I think I could do something because I know how it feels like it. I know how that pain feels like, and I know what it looks like. So how can we fix it? And so for someone like me, it's like, I know what the problem is, so I'm just going to go tackle it. And so people call it social innovation. I just call it, passion, So I always tell everybody, man, I come from a place of pain that turned into passion, now it turned into work. And so here I am.
I love that. Because you had the courage to see the blessings and then to change it. So tell us a bit about what does Lived Experience do? I mean, what's Oscar doing now?
Yeah. So Lived Experience at a starting point was a youth group once a week at the bottom of a basement of a church where we spoke about stories, made connections, but it really was based on the idea that we could teach each other or learn from each other and identify what anxiety, depression through storytelling, and not only I'm not a doctor. I'm not a quote unquote professional, but I mean, this information is out there, right? So you learn about it. Anybody can learn about it.
Yeah.
So for me to facilitate a group was difficult because I want to make sure that I wasn't hurting people. But at the same time, it was easy because I was telling people, hey, this is what anxiety, depression looked like for me. instance, because we were the same kind of people, and we were Mexican and we're culturally alike, and we come from the same neighborhood. It might be the same story for you, right? So we make connection on that trauma, and really make connection by storytelling. So that's how we started, and it was brilliant. It was beautiful. It's something I never really experienced myself. Other kids never experienced themselves. It's not something that's even out there today, and something that I really hold dear to my heart. So super, super blessed for the opportunity to have people trust me and to just hang out with me once a week. And so that was amazing. COVID happened. We lost everything. We lost our space. Another restart, right? And so you can imagine like how many restarts I've been through my life where you kind of lose everything because of hardships. But then the resiliency comes in, survival mode comes in, and then we just keep on working forward. That's one of the best skills that my people have, where we've been through so much and nothing could stop us, right? And so we just keep on working. We find a way. We're survivors. We're intelligent people. We find ways and we keep going. So with those skills that were embedded in me, COVID hit, something super, super horrible that affected all of us. We figured out a way how to keep going. How can lived experience keep going? Food was the number one necessity at that time, and it still is. But that time was like, how can we feed people? How can we feed the students? So we turned into providing a food distribution, but it wasn't just like any other church food distribution, and not to say anything bad, against those entities, but we wanted to make sure that we were sensitive about what's happening and with COVID pandemic, and we also want to make sure that we're doing it correctly, providing with love and respect, and then at the same time providing more resources. And so what we did was that one of the things that we knew that people needed was after-hour care. So not in the morning, not in the afternoon, it's like after hours. So we started packing food in my truck and starting delivering food at 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. I wanted to make sure that people went to sleep with a tummy full, with some good culturally sensitive food, with me showing them some love and respect. And we did that. COVID happened. We did that same week, and it's still rocking on right now to this day. We have served thousands of families with love and respect. And so that was pretty cool. And then over the time, do you want me to keep on going, Carina? I can keep going. What do you want me to start?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there for a moment. I just want to make a comment. What I'm hearing here is how you actually going into the community and being the change, as opposed to saying to people, hey, do this, do that, or we should do this, and have meeting after meeting after meeting, talking, because we know that a lot of people do that without actually doing something. So I commend you for that. And yes, I know you've been doing so many things, but I just wanted to add that. So with COVID, and another thing you also mentioned was you also a lot into cultural activities, which is great because you connect with people on that level. So even it's a beautiful thing. But do you just like work with culturally sensitive people, or does it really matter?
Well, that in itself is very broad for me, because I am surrounded by culture diversity all day, every day. I believe you have a strong background. You bring this other aspect of culture into the conversation, and others around us brings from different parts of the world, right? So diversity at its best where I grew up at. And so with that being said, I think it's not about really saying, hey, I'm Mexican and you're Mexican, let's work together. It's mostly about saying, hey, you know what? You have a story, right? And I want to learn from it and teach me so I could love you even more and better. So when I do serve you, try to fulfill your needs, it's based on how you like it, when you like it, and how you can receive it, instead of me saying, well, I know what's best for you.
Yes, I love that.
And so when we started the food, it was one of those things where, like, I'm tired of getting food shoved down my throat that I'm going to probably throw away no matter what, right? Which is like, it's cool. And I don't want to sound super ungrateful, because food is food and we shouldn't be throwing away any food. And I get all that. But when we're talking about going through a pandemic that has been affecting us so much, right? And on a global stage, but also on a very micro stage where it's like right there in our community. We want to make sure that we're feeding people food that they ate when they were younger that they love, and the soul food, right? Make sure that they remember those good times, and it brings people together. And I can't do that by providing my people black olives all day. Because I mean, we sprinkle a little olive here and there, but it's not like an all day thing. So getting cans of olives is like, what am I going to do with so many olives? But if I could buy bags of beans and rice and tortillas with a little hot sauce, wowzers. I mean, the whole community eats, and we eat together, and we talk about those good memories, and really brings them some good resiliency within them, or builds up good resiliency within them, based on like just a natural effect of like happiness. That when they respond to such a pandemic or effect, they're not feeling down because of bad food. They're feeling good and like, hey, I'm ready to rock and roll. Yeah. And that's something super important, right? So that's when we're talking about culturally sensitive. We want to make sure that we're serving the people correctly. Not just by saying, hey, I got this grant, I got this, you should take care of this and have a good day. No, we got to do it right.
Yes. So you believe in working with heart and soul and connecting with people at grassroots levels. And of course, community is so important. So I'm going to skip over a few things, okay? Because I know you've done so much, and you know what? We don't want a 2-hour podcast, right? What about what do you do? What are your biggest projects now?
Yeah. So wow, that is a 2-hour podcast. But I think right now, and the reason why I'm going around, and I appreciate you giving me a platform to do this, going around and spreading the good word, and I'm doing a little bit of fundraising right now because between everything that we've done and here in the community through lived experiences, one of the cool things that we've done is we built this mobile laundry unit, right? And so this cool little trailer that has 4 washers, 4 dryers, and we go once a week down in Carlsbad with showers of blessing. And Carina, you've been an amazing supporter with that, and advocate, and others around it. So I really appreciate that love. But we're very limited to how big capacity-wise, how big we could take this thing. It's one of a kind, in San Diego, much needed for unsheltered friends out there that they need, they deserve clean clothes like anybody else. But because we're limited, we could only go to certain places. So my efforts right now, and do some outreach, from some fundraising, spread the good love, that we need some funding, because one of the biggest projects is to make this trailer self-sustainable. We start by doing so by buying a adequate vehicle to haul this thing around. So we need a 350 motor, big old thing, diesel or not, but I prefer diesel, with a nice little flatbed, so we could put a generator, put some water tanks, and we could take this wherever we want to go, where people most need it at the time they most need it. And so with that being said, if I could have 1 second to tell your people, please donate. Please donate to this good cause. It's such a beautiful trailer. For those who haven't seen it, go to the website, livedexperiences.org. You'll see all these great pictures. You see us rocking and rolling. You'll see it everywhere. It's painted beautiful. But because I do use my own personal vehicle, not only is it my own personal vehicle that if it breaks down, then I have to replace that, but it's something that's really not adequate safely right now to take it long distance, right? And so we're hoping that through outreach like this platform, Carina, thank you, is that we could gain some good support, get some good money, so we could make this a bigger than what it is.
Okay, thank you. So just hold that thought, but I just want to go back for a moment and just reiterate how important it is for clean clothes. Like, the appreciation that people come to and say, like, oh, it makes such a difference to have clean bedding because you're sleeping on the floor, and clean clothes just to help you feel a bit like, relaxed and human. So that's also, it's a beautiful initiative. So well done for having thought about it and actually created it, right?
No, yes, and to that point, I think. It's so out there. We're so beyond that, where fresh clothes means a lot. Fresh socks means a lot.
Yes.
Right. Yes. And so just having the ability to go shopping for brand new clothes is such a beautiful thing. Having the ability to just walk into your closet and you have a washer and dryer is such a beautiful thing. It's such a good blessing. We all have favorite pants, favorite boxers, favorite shirts. We all have our favorite socks, right? It makes us feel good. makes us look good. And because people compliment us on how good we look. Oh, I like that shirt. I like those pants. It's no different for people who are unsheltered, right? It's no different. It's no different that they have their own favorite pants, their own favorite clothes. It's no different that they also love feeling that sense of belonging for a community when they go and do their own laundry, right? It's no different. And so, with that just alone, having that little piece of free laundry to the disposal at the time they most needed, just really hypes them up on a very, very moral level that really gives them a sense of belonging to this community. And they have all the right to belong to this community. And we want them to belong to this community. And sometimes it just starts with a fresh start in the morning with from fresh clothes, some fresh socks, just to get them through the day. And, a lot of them have jobs. A lot of them have jobs. A lot of them have job interviews, doctor visits. Like going to doctor visits, smelling fresh and clean gets you a long way through the doctor, right? And just the people itself. And so if we really care about individuals in the community, which I know a lot of us who are listening to here, they do, and they know they want to give back. This is a great way to give back. Yes. Your money goes right into the pockets of individuals and who are unsheltered, who are saving hundreds of dollars of just washing a pair of jeans, pair of shirts. So, so thanks for sharing that.
Yes. Thank you. And I'd just like to add another thing is like the community again. It helps people to have that sense of belonging just for that, even if it is just for 3 hours or whatever it is. It makes a big difference to seeing their lives different and possibilities. So thank you for that. So tell us a bit quickly about where can we donate if we want to donate. So first of all, before I ask you that, please donate. This is a beautiful cause, right? And we'll have all the details in the description box. But Oscar, tell us a bit about where and what.
Oh, yes. You know what? Before I even say that, I want to say one little quick thing.
Yes.
Part of me building a mobile laundry unit was also helping others who are not favorably in helping homeless individuals out in the community who are maybe against it by political reasons or moral reasons, whatever the reason was. Part of me building a laundry unit was to help people stop complaining about people not smelling good in the community. Right? So the way I'm assuming if I'm homeless, because sometimes I look like I'm unsheltered and people don't really see me because they think I'm just a kid sleeping in the street because, sometimes I don't even comb my hair for whatever reason. But I'm sure if I just smell good and fresh and my clothes are clean, people will stop looking at me weird. Right? Yes. Or maybe people start saying hi to me, right? People like to say hi to people. And sometimes because I don't look good on fresh look, they don't even recognize I'm there. So part of this whole trailer and out there, people who are listening, maybe who are not just maybe are just politically driven or for whatever reason, just not too, happy about helping people who are unsheltered, just know that part of this is also helping everybody here. The biggest complaint that we have is that they don't look good, they don't smell fresh in the street. So let me help you help solve that problem in a sense. So with that being said, this laundry unit is for everybody. It's for everybody. It's this laundry unit. It could become a working unit for people who are on shelter. Imagine this unit, right? Imagine we taking orders to do a load of clothes or 2 loads of clothes, and our shelter friends are working behind the scenes, washing people's clothes, delivering people's clothes, folding people's clothes. How beautiful would that be? How beautiful would that be? So then and we don't stop there. We want to continue building 1, 2, 3 or more because it's such a big need. So to answer your question, Carina, where can you donate? Please go to livedexperiences.org. There's a donate button, simple and quick. Please donate $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. They all go a long way. Send us a check, P.O. Box 254, Oceanside 92049. And also, too, come and help us out. Be a part of the journey. If you're still kind of skeptical about this whole thing, come and help us fold some clothes. Talk to us. Talk to the people that we help. Get involved. And we little by little. We'll get there. And for you, those who are listening and have a truck laying around in your backyard that man needs some fixing or loving, send it over here. We donate it. We'll give you a tax break. We'll put it to use. So there's many ways you can help us out.
Yes, thank you. So I have to add this, you know what they say, a rising tide lifts all ships. So if we all help each other out and hold each other's hands, we can all lift each other. And that's beautiful.
Yes,
So
yes, I love
thank
that.
you, Oscar. Any last words before we go?
You know what? I always have last words, but I know we keep it short and sweet here. I just want to say that I'm thankful and I am honored. I am blessed to have support advocates like yourself, Carina, and others out there who are listening that have made dreams come alive and have made others people's days have a better day, be just such a bless for them. We live the experience. We are community, and we pride ourselves on that we are community. And what I mean by that is that we are just rooted in the community. We have ideas and we put them into play. We're not too worried about what others to think about political views or religious views. And not that that doesn't matter; it does matter. But for us, what matters is to help one person at a time, give them a big fat smile and wish them best of luck and give them hugs and kisses and just show some love to the world. So those are my final words. I appreciate all of you guys. Please donate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. And please donate. This is a beautiful cause. And like I said, let's lift each other up and help the unseen people be seen, because we can give them opportunities as well. Thank you. Thank you so much, Oscar. Thank you for being here. And thank you, everyone, for watching. And please donate. All the details will be in the description box below. See you soon. Bye now. Thank you for watching this video. Now, if you go up there and you look, you will see there's the video you should be watching next. Thank you. See you soon.